I'm not poly, but like even just when everybody heard that like me and my husband had threesomes before, it was
Yeah.
like, oh, she's willing to do that to keep a man. I'm like,
Nah.
that was all me.
Yeah.
That was all me. Like,
yeah.
but I hate the idea of people thinking like it's always the guy that wants this, that. So she introduced you to the poly life. It's
It's
like
all-
me
yeah.
introducing that, you know what I'm saying, to my husband. And it's just like, yo, this is what
Teyana Taylor just experienced a heartbreak that no one saw coming, especially not from the people closest to her. It wasn't just another cheating scandal. It wasn't about a groupie or someone from the industry. This time, it hit home. Literally. Her ex, Iman Shumpert, was caught being intimate with none other than her own cousin. Yes, her cousin. The betrayal was brutal. So deep, so personal, it tore through Teyana like a storm. When she walked into that room and saw the truth with her own eyes, her entire world shattered in seconds. There was no doubt about what she had just witnessed. This wasn't a misunderstanding or a rumor. It was real. Her screams were so loud, neighbors reportedly heard them from outside. She collapsed to the floor, sobbing and shaking, completely, broken. That night became the kind of memory you never forget, no matter how hard you try. According to close friends, Teyana had already started sensing something was wrong. For weeks, maybe even months, she had been noticing strange behavior. Iman and her cousin seemed too close. The way they whispered, laughed in corners, and gave each other long looks when they thought no one was paying attention, it made her uncomfortable. At first, she told herself she was overthinking. After all, it was family. But deep down, something felt off. Iman began pulling away emotionally, brushing off her questions and acting distracted. Her cousin, who had always been warm and affectionate, suddenly became distant. She avoided eye contact and barely spoke when Teyana was around. It was like they were hiding something big, something they knew would destroy everything if it came out. One night, Teyana couldn't take it anymore. She decided to find out the truth for herself. Without telling anyone, not even her assistant, she drove to the house, parked outside quietly, and let herself in with her own key. Her heart was racing, filled with dread. She hoped she was wrong. She hoped she'd walk in and find nothing out of place. But when she slowly pushed open the bedroom door, the sight in front of her froze her soul. There was Iman, shirtless, startled, and right beside him under the sheets was her cousin. Clothes were thrown all over the room. The air felt heavy, like it was holding onto secrets. Her cousin scrambled to cover herself, stuttering and trying to explain. But there was nothing to explain. It was clear. It was over. Teyana didn't just cry, she screamed. Not out of anger, but from deep emotional pain. With her, she cried through tears, unable to even stand. She dropped to the floor, devastated. That moment wasn't just the end of her relationship. It was the moment her trust in two people she loved was ripped away in the cruelest way possible. She stormed out of the house, crying so hard she could barely breathe. She didn't wait for apologies or excuses. She blocked both Iman and her cousin from everything: her phone, her social media, her life. Her cousin had to pack up and leave that same night. There were no goodbyes, no talks, just silence. Iman tried to reach out afterwards. He called. He texted. He even sent voice messages. But Teyana didn't respond to a single one. Her friends said she was so heartbroken. She ended up smashing some of his things in a fit of anger. She then locked herself in her room and stayed quiet for hours. Her daughter, who was too young to understand the situation, was sent to stay with a close family friend. Teyana couldn't let her see her like that. Her team didn't say much publicly. They only shared a vague message saying she was dealing with a private family matter. But her pain spoke louder than any press release. Meanwhile, Iman disappeared from social media. His silence was noticeable and telling. People could sense the guilt. But things didn't calm down. They got worse. Teyana's mother, known for being composed and gentle, wasn't so quiet. She reportedly met with Iman privately and slapped him across the face. To her, it wasn't just betrayal. It was a deep wound. She had loved him like her own. Seeing him destroy her daughter, like that? Unforgivable. She turned to her niece, Teyana's cousin, and said words that no one could ever take back. "You're dead to us." The family split instantly. Lines were drawn. Cousins and siblings unfollowed Iman and the cousin on social media. Relatives stopped speaking to each other. The family dinners, once full of laughter and stories, became awkward or didn't happen at all. Some people stopped showing up altogether. The pain wasn't just romantic, it shook the foundation of the entire family. Even the kids noticed. They asked questions like, "Why isn't she coming over anymore?" Or, "Why doesn't he visit us now?" Parents didn't know what to say, but the tension was thick, and even the youngest ones could feel it. And outside the home, the story exploded online. Fans took to Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok in waves. "Your own cousin? That's beyond disrespectful," one tweet read, and thousands agreed. Many were stunned. Others said they had seen signs but never thought it would go this far. Support for Teyana was overwhelming. People praised her strength, her grace, and her silence. She didn't have to post anything. Her pain was clear enough. Both Iman and the cousin were dragged online. Users pulled up old interviews, old pictures, anything they could find, trying to piece together when it all started falling apart. Comment sections were filled with angry messages and words of encouragement for Teyana. Influencers and fans alike shared their thoughts. Some even posted videos explaining how family betrayal hits harder than anything else. Celebrities quietly showed support behind the scenes. Rumors spread that stars like Keke Palmer and Taraji P. Henson reached out privately to check on her. They didn't post about it publicly. They just wanted to be there for her in real life, not just online. Across every platform, people were talking. Not just about the betrayal, but about Teyana's quiet strength. She didn't react with a messy post or go live to rant. She simply removed herself and cut ties. And sometimes, that silence speaks louder than anything else. Through all the chaos, Teyana Taylor has remained calm. While the world continues to talk about her pain, fans have become even more protective of her. They admire how she's carried herself with grace instead of anger. Her quiet strength, her decision not to fight back publicly, and her focus on peace have earned her even more respect. People are praising her for staying strong. Brands are standing behind her too. While some celebrities lose deals during scandals, Teyana's calm and strength have only boosted her image. She's not just seen as a gifted singer and performer anymore. Now, she's viewed as a woman who refuses to let pain define her. Sources close to her say she's pouring all her love and energy into her daughter. And even though this experience has been painful, it might inspire her next big creative project. There's talk that she's considering a big move, leaving the city behind to start fresh somewhere new. Not to run away, but to protect her peace and create a life that feels safe again. Meanwhile, Iman has stayed quiet, but that silence isn't helping him. If anything, it's made things worse. People believe he's just waiting for the drama to fade, but this kind of betrayal doesn't disappear overnight. No apology can erase what he's done. Teyana, however, is rising on her own terms. She's not lashing out, she's simply choosing to move on. And that quiet strength speaks louder than any post ever could. Her supporters are behind her every step, ready to cheer her on as she heals and rebuilds. This may be the moment that changes everything for her. She's hurt, yes, but she's not broken. She's choosing herself, and that's real power.